Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon Frayne. We are back with another video. Today we're talking about Jupiter, and we're going to give you an updated price prediction for Jupiter by the peak of the bull cycle at the end of today's video. Make sure you stick around until the end. If you enjoy today's content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below, hit that subscribe button as well, smash the bell notification icon, and don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked below the video, down in the description. Grab it now while it's free. And let's talk about Jupiter. So guys, Jupiter is the leading DEX aggregator on the Solana blockchain, and it's been seeing a huge amount of growth over the past year in terms of adoption, in terms of throughput and daily transactions and swaps happening on and via their DEX aggregator. They do route all of those swaps via other native DEXs on Solana, but because they're getting a huge amount of mindshare and a huge amount of volume coming through their DEX, it has been growing rapidly in popularity since its launch at the beginning of 2024. And even if I hop over to DeFi Llama very quickly, if I come over to the chain compare area, and if we take a look at the Solana blockchain, Solana is now the second largest network by overall TVL in all of decentralized finance. We've got almost $10 billion of TVL on Solana, making up over 8% of the entire DeFi TVL. That number, guys, was only 2% this time last year. So it's had a 4x growth in its total value locked across DeFi. And if we zoom in here, we can see that Jupiter is the second largest protocol, period, in terms of total value locked on the Solana blockchain. Of course, Jito leading the way as a liquid staking protocol, but Jupiter in second place here with more than $2.66 billion worth of TVL on Solana. And again, look at this growth since launch in January, February of last year. We've had a huge increase throughout the first few months of the year, and then getting to this kind of $500 million mark, we had acceleration through the second half of 2024. And even now, as we're moving into 2025, we're continuing to move even higher in terms of total value locked on Jupiter for all of the growth, traction, and users that it's bringing onto Solana. So again, it's becoming a default option for many traders with their perpetuals and the JLP token. That is separate from our conversation today. But what we've actually seen is a very long period of consolidation here for the price of Jupiter, essentially moving sideways for the past 9 months. Obviously, it's kind of trending in this channel here, as we can see on the chart, between these different levels. But when we really think about it, the vast majority of the past 9 months has seen Jupiter trading between about 70 cents and $1.35. So of course, we've had many peaks and troughs along that journey, but you can see that we've held strong. Even more recently, we did spike down to about 70 cents here back on the 13th of January. But we had a nice run up in price in the immediate aftermath of the Jupiter token burn event, which happened at the very end of January as well. So we had Jupiter surging 25%. It surged even higher on a percentage basis, as we'll see in the chart in a moment, in the immediate aftermath of the token burn. But essentially, Jupiter burned about 30% of the total supply as voted on by Jupiter token holders last year, and they executed that here at the very end of January. And as you can see, a big spike back up in the price of Jupiter in the immediate aftermath of that token burn event. So Jupiter has completely reduced the circulating supply by burning 30% of the tokens, which in my opinion bodes very well medium to long term from a tokenomics perspective, and also from a price action perspective for Jupiter, because it means we won't have as much dilution in the circulating supply because 30% of those tokens have now been burned. So again, this is a net positive in my opinion. This is not financial advice, guys. Obviously do your own research, check out all of the stuff happening under the hood with Jupiter in terms of adoption, in terms of tokenomics. We're going to take a brief look at that in the video here in a moment with our updated price prediction. But you can head on over to Jupiter yourself as well. Jupe.ag, you will find that when you're using the Solana network, if you're connected with your Phantom wallet or you're using a different Solana-based wallet like Backpack, etc., it's very, very efficient to be operating and executing trades over here on Jupiter. Again, if I type in a trade for USDC to Solana, for example, it's going to actually show me the fee that I'm paying, the network fee, and it's showing me the route. Look at how we're routing this trade via Stable Swap, Stable, and one or two other different dexes. Because Jupiter is a dex aggregator, they're going to find the most efficient and cost-effective route for my swap or trade in order to get me the best rate. And that, in my opinion, is why Jupiter is getting so much traction, why it is gaining in popularity, and why its growth has been monumental over the past 12 months. Again, jump in, check it out for yourself, guys. You can as well trade perpetuals over here on Jupiter. You can be longing and shorting Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum with leverage over here on Jupiter. Of course, there's a whole system behind that with the JLP counterparty token here, and you can also be purchasing JLP and earning yield from holding the JLP token, which is different and separate to the Jupe token. We will do a separate video on the channel soon about JLP. Actually, let me know, do you want to see a video in the comments below about JLP specifically? We can break that down in more detail. But for Jupiter, we're seeing new features rolling out pretty much on a monthly basis. We're seeing huge adoption and growth of the protocol in terms of total value locked over the past number of months, as you can see on the chart here. And I do still think there is lots of room for Jupiter to continue to increase in price. If we go by other dexes on leading layer 1 blockchain protocols, comparing that back to the 2021 cycle, you had the likes of Uniswap's token for Ethereum performing extremely well. You had PancakeSwap's token Cake for the BNB chain performing extremely well on the native BNB network as it gained traction and grew during the last cycle. And I do think we're likely to see Jupiter and possibly one or two other DEX tokens on the Solana network performing extremely well as we move through the rest of this particular cycle. So without further ado, guys, I want to give a quick updated price prediction for Jupiter by the peak of the bull cycle. Again, if you follow the channel, you know that we have certain variables that we have to plug into the equation here in terms of market dominance for Jupiter itself. We have another variable for total crypto market cap and where that might peak out. And then we have to try and factor in the amount of Jupiter tokens that are going to be in circulation by the peak of the cycle, again, possibly around Q4 of this year. So we got to factor all that in. We have to make educated guesses for some of those variables in our equation. But what we're looking at here is actually a current day dominance here in the middle to end of February of 0.07% for Jupiter versus the rest of the market. That's a pretty healthy dominance right now. We know Jupiter has a market cap of about 2.53 billion right now. And what we're saying in a bear case is if the total crypto market cap can peak around 5 trillion US dollars, and if Jupiter can triple its dominance up to about 0.22% by its peak, that would give us about an $11 billion market cap for Jupiter, and dividing that by 2.7 billion Jupe tokens would bring us to a $4.07 price target for Jupiter by the peak of the cycle in our bear case scenario. Next up, we've got our base case, and in the base case, essentially we're saying the total crypto market cap could move a little bit higher, getting closer to 7 trillion US dollars. If Jupiter can get all the way up to a 0.3% dominance level, performing a little bit better than the bear case, that would give us a $21 billion market cap. And again, dividing it by 2.7 billion Jupe tokens in circulation by that time is going to bring us to about $7.77 per Jupe token. And finally, in our most bullish case scenario, what we're thinking is the total crypto market cap could get much higher, closer to peaking out around 9 trillion US dollars if Jupe can get up to a 0.38% dominant level versus the rest of the market. That would be giving us a market cap around 34.2 billion US dollars. Once again, dividing it by 2.7 billion Jupe tokens would bring us all the way up to a $12.66 price target per Jupe token by the peak of the cycle. And again, I have revised this upwards ever so slightly since the last video we made a few months ago, mainly driven by the token burn initiative executed by the Jupiter Foundation at the end of January. I do think it is a bullish signal, medium to long term. We won't have as much dilution in token supply and circulating supply. That bodes well for the price from a tokenomics perspective. And I do think Jupe could be getting up somewhere between this base case and bull case scenario targets between $7 and $12. I do think it's very possible. Let's wait and see, guys. This is just one person's opinion. Always do your own research. This is not financial advice, as I said. Come over, check it out for yourself. Again, today's video is sponsored by Femex, the most efficient crypto trading and investment platform. Make sure to check it out below in the description. I'm going to leave a referral link below this video. Hop on over, check it out for yourself. You can trade Jupiter and many of your favorite altcoins directly here on Femex. Again, not financial advice, guys. Use it if you want to. You obviously don't have to. Do your own research and check it out. Drop me a comment below. Are you holding Jupiter, and what price do you think Jupiter can get to by the peak of this bull cycle? Are you bullish on Solana? Are you bullish on everything happening with Jupe? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Please, please, please smash that thumbs up button on your way out the door. It would really mean the world. It helps to spread the good word. Make sure to subscribe. Smash the bell notification icon if you want to get notified. And again, don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's linked below the video in the description. Grab it now, and we'll catch you in the next one.